We've all been bothered by them, we all have them. On this episode, we take a look at the top 10 most annoying habits. Number 10, shaky legs. I'm sure we've all had this phase in our life, but some people never get rid of it, the shaky legs. You know, that endless shaking leg that bounces up and down as if there's too much energy in the body that needs to get out. People find this annoying, and for understandable reasons. Whether it's the constant tapping noise, endless vibration, or movement on a shared workspace, this can get annoying and fast. 1. They need stimulation and easily bore. Shaking one leg creates a mild sense of excitement and eases their mind. 2. Their lifestyle is simply not active enough, and this is a way for the body to become more active by burning some calories. While this does burn some, it isn't exactly an effective workout plan. 3. The person is anxious or nervous about something. This is a common side effect of those emotions. 4. Concentration. Studies show that cognitive and motor functions overlap in the brain, which suggests that people may be able to concentrate better while doing something physical. Number 9, loud eating or drinking noises. Annoyances from food and drink is common among people. It's quite different for everyone though. Some people can't stand slurping noises, some it's these sharp crunching sounds, and others can't endure lip smacking. A study done on 483 undergraduates showed that 20% of them showed significant signs of misophonia symptoms. Misophonia is a disorder of negative emotional and physiological reactions when hearing sounds of eating, chewing, coughing, sneezing, or throat clearing. Most people experience some reaction to hearing sounds of chewing, but for some it's unbearable. What makes loud eating and drinking worse is if someone does it with their mouth open, adding to the disgusting factor as well, seeing their food spill out all over the place. Number 8, talking excessively loud in public. We've all seen it, someone on the bus, train, or at work that talks so loud you can barely hear the ambient noise of the environment you're in. Some people are simply born without the ability to realize how loud they're actually speaking, or just too stubborn to fix it. It's hard to have a conversation with a loud talker, it often just makes one feel uncomfortable. Some people find it highly offensive, usually if they're trying to have a quiet conversation on their own, whether it be in person or on the phone. While some people may speak louder out of habit from their job or just to assert authority, it really depends on the environment one's brought up in. Another factor is the person's first language spoken. German and Cantonese, for example, are both very sharp, loud-spoken languages. Someone who learns English after one of these languages may just keep the same volume level out of habit. Number 7, walking while looking at their smartphone. We've all seen it, we've all done it, staring at your smartphone while walking. This is a highly obnoxious behavior because it then becomes the responsibility of everyone around that person to look out for them. A report from the Governor's Highway Safety Association showed that 54% of people have run into something while being distracted by their device. According to that study, nearly half of busy pedestrian crosswalk crossings, people are looking at their devices. It doesn't matter if you're texting while walking, playing a game, watching a movie, or reading something. Once your attention is placed anywhere but viewing what's around you, risk of injury, running into something, or being hit by a car or cyclist dramatically goes up. Number 6, picking your nose in public. I'm sure most people can agree this is an annoying and disgusting habit, but at the same time, many who are off-put by it do it themselves. A study in 1995 revealed that 91% of people confessed to picking their nose. A 2006 study showed that picking one's nose can move bacterial infection around. Yuck. Whether it's picking off the cliffhangers or digging deep for that green gold, everyone's done it, but very few admit it. If you're caught, people feel extreme shame, which really separates this annoying habit from the rest. It's obvious why people don't like this habit, the thought of the flick or the idea of shaking someone's hand who's just digging for gold. Either way, when it comes down to that green, hairy treasure, people are oddly okay with their own but disgusted by others. Number 5, fingernail biting. Biting one's nail is generally thought of as being disgusting, whether it's the clicking, crunching, snapping noise, or the thought of the nail shard going airborne and landing who knows where. Fingernail biting has been studied by researchers, and it simply comes down to a satisfying release of energy in a boring situation. Perfectionists are more likely to be nail biters, as research has shown they bore much easier than everyone else. Are you guys nail biters? Let me know in the comments below. Be honest. Number 4, having a conversation with someone who's looking at their cell phone. Cell phones have become a new annoyance among people. Having a conversation with someone who's always looking at their phone is immensely frustrating. Now, while maybe someone may think they can multitask their phone and conversation, they're actually separating some of their attention away from the person talking, and it doesn't matter, that person will take some offense to it at some level. The average person will feel as if they are not worthy of your time or full attention when talking to someone looking at their phone. So put away the phone when speaking with someone face to face. Number 3, constant throat clearing. Everyone knows someone, maybe it's you, who constantly clears their throat. It's like a gremlin is stuck in there for an eternity. This is one of those habits, while incredibly annoying, it's hard to shame someone for. Most people just deal with it and learn to live with it, but the problem is curable. Throat clearing is usually a problem with one's diet, whether it's excess mucus production or acid reflux. Most people have mentioned this problem to their doctor at some point. They either shrug with no solution or put them on some strong anti-allergy medicine. Now, if it's caused by allergies, then it'll be a seasonal problem, which is easy to pinpoint the cause. For people who suffer from year-round chronic throat clearing, try removing dairy and refined oil from your diet. I know this might be hard because milk and cheese, olive oil, all taste very good, but legions of people have fixed this problem by doing so. Number 2, aggressive drivers. Now let's define an aggressive driver. This is someone who cuts people off in traffic, swerves between lanes looking for the fastest route, someone who tailgates people constantly and passes on the shoulder. A study at Colorado State University found that the more personalization to one's car, like bumper stickers, window decals, custom license plate, correlated with higher levels of aggressive driving. They found these car personalizations along with aggressive behavior to be a way for someone to mark their territory on the road. They also found that it didn't matter what the bumper stickers said, whether it's a peaceful message or something much more aggressive. So when you see a car covered in customizations like bumper stickers, best to let them pass. Number 1, interrupting. Having someone interrupt you while you're trying to speak can be the most annoying thing in the world. It gives you the impression that they don't care what you're saying and that you don't need to finish. It leaves the body and mind with this bottled up thought and energy that was supposed to come out, but it's now being suppressed. Usually you'll end up not wanting to speak as it doesn't become worth it or it's just too much effort. Often people who interrupt people just do so because of the excitement of the conversation. They feel they need to add to it at that moment without letting you finish. They often jump in as they're on the same wavelength, so it's important to understand why they're interrupting you. Another reason could be for time constraints. They understood what you were saying, interrupted you to make their comment as they have to leave soon. Although this person should make this apparent before the conversation so they don't come off as being rude. Finally, if someone is interrupting you, it may just be external sources of pressure and stress in their life, and it just ends up by accident in the conversation. If it isn't one of those, then it's just someone who's rude, so next time someone interrupts you, keep these thoughts in mind.